Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very sad day because a very unfortunate event has happened to one of the most intelligent, hardworking, and thoughtful individuals in this world. I've been on TikTok, especially just watching people's reactions towards what has happened to Cherlie Kirk, and it's heartbreaking to say the least. What I've seen, people are celebrating the death of Cherlie Kirk. Look, I know Cherlie Kirk has said some things that are not good, things that are not considerate and sensitive to some communities. But today we are not here to discuss the morality of Cherlie Kirk. I want us to determine whether we as a society should resort to political assassinations to silence the voices that we do not like. Because that is exactly what happened. This is not a gun violence incident. Okay? It's not a gun violence incident. This is a professional being hired to end a life of a political activist. See, so I was on TikTok and I was going through people's reactions, and I am surprised to see that there are people who are celebrating the death of Cherlie Kirk. Even though you did not like him, I don't think you have any reason to celebrate the death of another individual, especially considering how he was murdered. I started by the video by Cenate. So I just want us to look at this video together, and maybe I will give my opinion at the end of this video. So this is Cenate reacting to Cherlie Kirk's death.
He be saying some crazy. He be saying some crazy shit, right? Holy shit! What the fuck? Don't watch, okay, bet. He got assassinated. Shit. Alright, chat.
So that is Kai, just surprised, and the only thing he said is that Cherlie Kirk said crazy things, which I do not disagree. For instance, that during a particular, I think it was during a particular interview, he called George Floyd a scumbag after George Floyd was suffocated to death by police and people were protesting police brutality and racism in the United States of America, and Cherlie Kirk called George Floyd a scumbag. Yes, those are not nice things you can say towards somebody who just lost their life. But I don't know, man. So let's look at another video. There's this woman, like, Jesus Christ, I don't believe that she was celebrating this much. Take a look at this.
Breaking news, Cherlie Kirk was in the neck. As of right now, I think his condition is unknown. And there are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people. So on behalf of everybody else, I don't know if he's gonna make a recovery or not. I don't know what his condition is. It just happened as I'm filming this. I saw the video of it happening. I do not feel bad for him in the slightest, and I'm very, very much wondering what MAGA is going to react with. I wonder how they're going to make this about how black people shouldn't be allowed guns, or trans people. They're probably going to blame a trans black person. I don't But we can all celebrate because something really awful happened to a really, really awful guy. And again, if you're one of those dipshit people that are like, no matter what happens, you should never wish death on some... I'm gonna cheer and dance and sing.
We should all celebrate we should all celebrate. She's gonna dance, cheer, and celebrate. Look at that. Jesus Christ. I don't know how we got here as a society. I really don't. Okay? Like, you Americans pride yourself on being civilized individuals and being thoughtful and being everything good. As a matter of fact, you call yourself the greatest country in the world, the greatest nation in the world. But with this behavior, your people behaving in this manner, celebrating just because somebody who had different political beliefs and they were promoting different rhetoric and a different message got shot and they died. Now they are celebrating that. It is just heartbreaking. This is barbaric. This is barbaric. When you kill your own and celebrate, it does not matter. Look, regardless of what Cherlie Kirk was saying about the Palestinians and Gaza situation, regardless of what he said about the black people, regardless of what he says about the Hispanic community, regardless of all that, regardless of what he said, his political stance and opinions on LGBTQ community, he's still an American. He's still your own. This is just an individual who was exercising his First Amendment, exercising the freedom of speech. He was expressing his ideas. Now you are celebrating because somebody took his life in the most barbaric manner. Jesus Christ. Now that's just fucked up, man. Let's just call it. Let's call it as it is. It is fucked up. Like, you Americans like calling us the barbaric ones. We are savages. But now you are the barbaric ones. You cannot kill somebody and celebrate. It doesn't matter. It does not. There is no reason to celebrate somebody's death, especially somebody who has been killed in such circumstances. It's just, let's look at this other video. Bro, like this, I don't know, man. There's something fundamentally wrong with your society, and it's high time you address that particular problem, or else your society is going to rot from the inside. And if you're not going to do anything about it, you will eventually realize that you don't have a nation, you don't have people who care, and people who are reasonable. It is just, it is mind-boggling that someone is willing, to support Palestinians and whatever without even, like, look, the situation of Gaza and Palestine versus Israel is very complicated. It is war. Okay, it is war. War is happening in Gaza. But in the United States of America, Cherlie Kirk has been shot. It's as simple as that. Let's look at this other video.
I don't feel sympathy for Cherlie Kirk. I just don't. I don't feel sympathy for anyone who happily uses their large platform and influence to manufacture consent for the genocide in Gaza. One bullet hit that man 355 hit Hindra job, and Cherlie Kirk still defended Israel. When Palestinians were being torn apart in the hundreds by bullets trying to get a bag of flour for their family after being forcibly starved to the point of desperation, Cherlie Kirk still defended Israel. There was a time when he said that there was no such thing as a Palestinian at all. So no, I don't feel sympathy for this. I just don't.
Yeah, there goes another one. No sympathy for Cherlie Kirk. Why? Because he had a difference in opinion, in the political situation of Gaza. Okay? Because he was not in alignment with, their belief, with her beliefs. And just because Cherlie Kirk was different, he now deserves to die. Yeah, he deserves to be shot. A father, a responsible father, and a devout husband, a very young man who had a promising future, getting shot and dying.